I woke up this morning, Jen, in my hotel room, and I had to get someone to help me out of bed. I've never had that in my entire career. I've never had that in my life. Primate interfered, and he shouldn't have. That should have been a straight up contest, and I should be sitting here with that championship title. Should be me. I'm the Iron Man, but he is an animal. I don't really care what the animals say. What the hell do I care? He's scared. You see, when you push an animal, you back it into a corner, it retaliates by any means necessary. And that any means necessary was grabbing a steel chair and wrapping it around my back, crunching it into my ribs. That's fine.
Excellent, Will. All I can see is...
In fact, you know what? If he wants to play this game, I'll take it all over this arena. I don't care, I'm past caring, because I've lost the thing that I came here for, and that is the WCPW Heavyweight Championship. So do you know what? It's a long way down. It is a long way down. If he wants to take up here, I've got no problems in laying him out. I have no problems in laying him out. Do you know why? Because tonight I am going to show no mercy!
Enormous night ahead here on WCPW Loaded, including Aaron Stevens challenging Big Damo for the WCPW Championship. But right now, a rematch from Built to Destroy. It's no holds barred between Primate and Joe Coffey. Dave Bradshaw here alongside former British Heavyweight Champion Alex Shane. And Alex, the last time these two met, it was the definition of brutal.
Well, we have a massive main event, like you said, Dave Bradshaw, but to lay the foundations and to set the scene for this epic instalment of WCPW Loaded, what a way to kick things off. Because when we called the show Built to Destroy, I'm not sure if you or I expected these two men to really live up to that kind of name, because they attempted to destroy each other, and now we have the rematch. It could be dangerous.
No could about it.
Well, there we go. That didn't take long, did it?
Yeah, Primate's already got a steel chair. And he's used that against Joe Coffey in the recent past.
Weighing in at 110 kilos of raw minerals from Glasgow, Scotland, he is a wrestler, a mighty wrestler, the Iron Man, Joe Coffey!
When Joe Coffey spoke to Jen earlier today, he let us know just how much damage Primate did with that steel chair when Primate attacked Coffey before his championship match last week. You've got to wonder, Alex, how much of that damage remains with Joe Coffey? Is he 100% tonight?
Well, I mean, there's no way anyone can be 100% after what we saw last week. But Joe Coffey is not the kind of man to take that brutal beat down lying down, and that's why he's here again on Loaded. And the bad blood between these two has risen to the level, Dave, that it may just explode all over both of us. It'll be like the Brute in the Attitude Era, but messier.
Sounds disgusting. Joe Coffey putting on a brave face, but I make Primate the overwhelming favourite. You know, Coffey thought he'd finally put the spectre of Primate to bed after Built to Destroy when he beat him via tap out. But we saw, as we mentioned last week, Primate interfering before the beginning of Joe Coffey's championship match. And arguably, Alex, that cost him the title because he had a very close match. If he hadn't taken that assault at the start, I believe Coffey may have beaten Big Damo.
Well, that's a controversial statement, and if I was Joe Coffey, I'd have kept that mask on. You've got a man in the ring, a big scary monster man, a monkey man, a primate with a steel chair, and if you come to the ring with an iron mask, I mean, it's good. I would have kept it.
Coffey doesn't need to hide behind a mask. He's going to face Primate eyeball to eyeball. Of course, Primate not showing quite the same courage, refusing to put that chair down and allow Coffey to get into the ring.
It's not come out of fear, it's come because he's an uncontrollable beast, Dave Bradshaw. He didn't sit in the back making notes about, oh, what happens if Joe Coffey's angry? It's just in his nature. He just wants to pick things up, break things, smash things, and just be a primate.
Well, in the absence of Primate being prepared to start this one on an even keel, Joe Coffey is going under the ring himself.
Primate, last time you left me with broken ribs, and if that's the way you want to play, let's have a fair game, Newcastle!
Exactly right. Coffey is going to bring a chair of his own. That will even the odds. No holds barred here once again, so no disqualification. The referee's only job in this one is to count to 3 or ready to the submission.
I don't know if my insurance covers me for this kind of thing. This is just the opening match, and both men have got chairs.
Not sure my insurance covers me for the mental anguish of sitting here next to you every week, but that's another issue for another time. Here we go. Jousting with those chairs to start things off, and Coffey ended up having to put his down. Desperation headbutt to the gut, and a chop across the chest from Scotland's Joe Coffey. Coffey with a drop kick.
Wow, European style flat back drop kick there. No finesse, no grace, all force and impact.
Speaking of impact, Coffey into the corner. Coffey getting the better of Primate in the early going, and that's what Coffey has to do. I think the shorter this match goes, the more chance Coffey has of winning.
Well, it may be very short with a shoulder tackle like that. I mean, these guys throwing the heavy artillery in there early, but it looks like after all of that, whether it's the injured ribs of Joe Coffey or Primate just being that much tougher, the monkey man standing. Actually, I shouldn't call him that, particularly this close when he's got a chair.
I think that chair is solely focused on Joe Coffey at the moment. Coffey earlier on today saying that he will happily take this all around the arena, much like they did at Built to Destroy, if it means he can finally put away Primate.
Oh, big boot straight in the chair, and keep your eye on Joe Coffey, Dave, up to the second. Oh, straight on those ribs.
And never turn your back on a man with a steel chair. Coffey going for that twisting cross body. Here you see the replay, but Primate hitting him, as you say, right in the ribs.
And that was like a heat-seeking missile, exactly on target, and that is bad news for Coffey. And you know, you spoke earlier about the attack that we saw from Primate and the damage that did, but let's not forget the damage done from that massive match with Big Damo. I mean, he took some shots, all 23 stone of Damo, repeatedly on his ribs.
Absolutely right. Damo showing no mercy after that assault. And our WCPW champion finally earning a win as champion without the help of Adam Blompier, who was in some pain at the time.
Oh, I have an update on that.
Oh, thanks.
His left testicle has reduced the swelling by 10%, meaning it's now only 60% bigger than yours.
You stop talking about... What did you just say?
His testicle, left testicle, was swollen.
Yeah, I know you said... What did you say about mine?
Well, because his testicles, they swell by like 20%, and they're 50% bigger than yours. Do you not remember the maths? I did my best Scott Steiner mathematical equation last week, and you've already forgotten it.
Don't ever compare me to Adam Blompier in any sense. Anyway, uppercut by Joe Coffey, as this one has finally spilled to the outside. Coffey's got a chair again. What's he doing? He's handed it to someone in the crowd. Oh my! Primate going skull first into that chair.
I'm unnerved at what that guy looks so at home, just helping bash the skull of Primate in. Is he even here for the wrestling, or did he just wander in from Newcastle? It's rough here on a night out, I tell you.
You've really got it in for the people of Newcastle, don't you?
I love the people of Newcastle, just, you know, I like the distance between them and me me when I live in London.
Meanwhile, Primate was backdropped by Joe Coffey into that front row of chairs. We've seen this before, them spilling into the crowd. Now Coffey is lining up. Primate. Joe Coffey is going to charge it. Joe Coffey over the crowd barrier takes out Primate.
And Joe Coffey, you know, as much as the damage was done on his ribs, the adrenaline that you get from being in a crowd like this at WCPW, it's pushing him through. But the real question is, you see this massive dive over the guard barrier, is what long-term permanent damage may this do to the Iron Man?
It's like a carbon copy of Built to Destroy at the moment. Coffey diving onto Primate over the barrier. Now we're in the crowd again.
It's more like an iron copy.
It's very clever. And some of your best work, that was. Well done. A giant swing by Coffey. This crowd needs to be careful. Coffey into a Boston crowd. Remember, no holds barred. Falls count anywhere. Referee is asking Primate if he'll tap, and he's tapped to Coffey before, remember.
And look how deep Joe Coffey has that Boston crab. I mean, that is one of the most brutal Boston crabs I've ever seen. He was sat down so deep, and it may have been a mistake breaking that. But I think he just wants to beat Primate down as much as he can. I think he enjoys it.
He won't be enjoying what's going on now. Primate just booting him in the side of the face, and as you said, taking advantage of Coffey lightening up on that Boston crab. This is hazardous territory, hard floor, and members of the public getting in the way as well.
Oh. Do you remember I told you last time that watching these two fight was like watching the two toughest men in prison go one-on-one?
Oh, not this again.
Well, this is like those same men were released from prison, put on day release, and now they're just fighting in the car park again. That no prison could contain them.
In your head, you've got a whole franchise of prison movies made up, haven't you?
One of them's probably got a tag on.
Oh. Up on the bar now, Coffey behind the bar. The staff here in Newcastle are getting a little bit more than they bargained for. Coffey fighting back. I'm not sure what Primate is intending here. Primate going face first into those beer taps. Coffey is scaling the bar. Seen you do that a few times. Coffey is up. Several feet in the air, a double axe handle between the shoulder blades of Primate.
And I've got a concern, a serious concern, that these two may just go on all night, Dave. Honestly, I can't see an end coming to this. I mean, they'll just fight until one of them's arms or legs are falling. Whoa!
Got leapfrog by Coffey, yeah.
Went for the spear.
Oh, gets it the second time. He gets it the second time.
And did you see how Coffey's head bounced like a rubber ball off of that concrete floor? I mean, a spear is a dangerous move at the best of times, particularly when given to you by Primate.
Hang on, where's he going? Where's he going? Oh God, Primate is 12 feet in the air.
At least. What's he got? No.
Good God, what's he doing? Primate off the top! He takes out Joe Coffey, and he takes out about 3 or 4 officials as well. Good God!
On the first episode of this season of Loaded, we watched El Ligero, Noam Dar and Will Ospreay tear the house down, and I said, wow, what an opening match. But talk about a completely different opening match of a different style but of the same high calibre. If I was Aaron Stevens watching this, not only would I be terrified about the arse kicking I'm going to get from Big Damo, but I'd be watching these guys and booking an early return flight.
There's that replay of that dive, incredible hang time for such a large man. Primate flying through the air onto Joe Coffey.
He's a glitch in evolution. That's what he is. He's the missing link. You know those pictures of monkey to man? Well, something's gone wrong, and in between monkey and man, there's also bird. He flew. He's like those flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz.
In your biology, a little bit suspect, but we'll let it go. Coffey being rolled in, looks like. Holding on to the bottom rope as if he doesn't want to go into the ring. Primate trying to shove him that way. Now both men on the ring apron. Forearms to the face.
I'd forgotten what a wrestling ring looked like. Can you imagine that?
That's easy to do when these two are fighting. They literally go everywhere. Coffey clubbing Primate around the back of the head to send him back in.
Huge right hand. Massive right hook, and it almost like uppercutted him over the top rope. And yeah, look at that. He's feeling that now. He did his best to put his brave face on and not show pain, but now that facade is beginning to crack.
And Primate will smell blood. He's got the steel chair. Coffey taking too long to get up there. Coffey blocking with the chair, and Coffey with the drop kick.
God. Second European style drop kick from the top this time, Dave, and that may just be the difference maker. Did you hear the smash of steel versus skull? And every single time at that type of speed and that kind of impact, steel will win, and it did in the case of Primate.
This rivalry has been just off the chart since the very beginning. That match at Built to Destroy was unforgettable, but this one is living up to the hype just as much.
Referee at 6 now, and do you see the glazed look on Primate?
Primate is, I think, maybe going to be the first up. No, he's not. Coffey nips up. Coffey with the uppercuts and those forearms again from Primate. Look how hard these two are hitting each other. Unbelievable.
Change tactics, because you know what, those uppercuts are not going to be as effective. Do you know why, Dave?
Why?
Those beards are very spongy. Just putting it out there.
Seriously?
Yep.
That's your point,
Expert commentary.
Here comes Coffey. Going to charge at Primate. Avalanche in the corner. But Primate's following him. Oh, God. Elbow into the jaw. Coffey will return the favour. This is just total gut check time for these two now. Who wants it more?
Check it out! Look at the agility of Joe Coffey. Oh, God, that was close. Closest near fall of this match. And can you believe, after everything we've seen, it came from agility like that from a big man like Coffey?
Coffey still clutching those ribs, but he's getting through on adrenaline alone. Coffey, I think, is trying for a German suplex. Goes face first into that middle turnbuckle in the end. And Primate with a German of his own.
Oh, he's held on.
Yeah, Primate holding on. Second time with the German suplex.
3 of those in the back of the skull every time, landing harder. Bridge and draw.
Close, near fall again. Coffey gets that left shoulder up.
And I'm going to say something that might not be popular with you, Dave Bradshaw.
Well, that'll be a change.
But I am impressed by Primate. I mean, Primate in this match has really shown just the depths and the levels that he will go to pick up a victory. And even you, Dave Bradshaw, and he's just raised it to another level.
Primate has got a table.
He saw the bar, he climbed to the bar, he swung on the bar, you know, like a Primate, and then he ate the bar. And then raised the bar again.
How can he raise it if he's already eaten it?
It was another bar.
All right. Primate setting up this table in the corner. We've been in this situation before with these two as well. Coffey, here he comes on Coffey with a German suplex. Big clothesline by Coffey, goes for the cover. Will he get him this time? Not quite.
It wasn't quite that Black Coffey, that discus lariat, but it was enough to ring the bell. Primate, look at him. I mean, Primate is looking in a... Oh, Dave, the arm pad has come off, and you know what that means?
Wait, well now Susie's in here. What's she doing in here?
Talk about having your man's back. That is the kind of loyalty and commitment, Dave Bradshaw, that you'll never know.
Yeah, speaking about loyalty, Primate put her in harm's way. Are you still impressed with Primate? Oh, go! Spear!
Susie is a genius. Come on, Dave. Say it. Admit it.
What? That's not genius. It's cheating. That's just cheating, plain and simple.
That was a difference maker. Dave, he's down. He looks unconscious. This has got to be all.
Primate's good God, how on earth? Given all the damage that's already been done to Joe Coffey's ribs and what more would have been done from that spear, look at this again.
But look at Susie. Talk about getting, yourself in the lion's den here. She is fearless. That was impressive. I'm impressed. I'm impressed by Primate and Susie.
She's without morals as well as being without fear. Roll through. Coffey.
He's got that giant swing.
Coffey Has Primate where he wants him, we're going to swing him around again. We've already seen this once on the outside. Oh. Coffey turning him over once more. Will we get another tap out? Primate has already tapped out once.
He's a long way from those ropes, Dave Bradshaw.
Coffey knows that, I think maybe he's trying to do a little more damage. Maybe getting some payback on Primate's ribs. Oh, big swing shot sends Primate face first into the turnbuckle. And Coffey, what's Coffey doing?
Hold on.
Oh my God, is that a submission? What's he doing? I think it was a submission hold. And kicking him in the back of the head. God, this is vicious. Absolutely vicious from Joe Coffey.
Look at, Primate. He's not moving, Dave.
He's out.
He's out. He passed out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the Iron Man, Joe Coffey.
Once by tap out, once by TKO, Joe Coffey has beaten Primate, and now, at long last, Alex, can Coffey move on from this and get back into title contention?
Well, while you're gushing over Joe Coffey, let me just say something and establish in verbal form what is going through Susie's mind right now, and that is that despite everything we've just seen, Primate is so tough, Dave, that he refused to tap. The story in your eyes might be Joe Coffey, and he deserves all the credit in the world, but tonight, Primate was made in my eyes.
If I was Susie Kennedy, I'd be re-evaluating my life choices, but that's another story. But Joe Coffey, victorious in a no-holds-barred match. We are just getting started. The WCPW title on the line later on as Big Damo defends against Aaron Stevens. Plus, don't forget, a six-man elimination tag team match as Prospect take on Joe Hendry, Joe Connors and Grado. All of that and more coming up on this week's Loaded. But right now the spotlight deservedly belongs to that man, Joe Coffey.
Well, as impressive as it is for Joe Coffey, let me tell you something that I find equally impressive, Dave. I've waited for weeks and it's going to happen on this episode. The rematch of the century, Nixon Newell against my favourite gum-chewing female herself, Bea Priestley, and that is just around the corner.
Oh God, you're continuing with the chewing gum fetish, are you?
Not a fetish, I just liked it.
No, it was weird, come on, admit it.
I just like gum.
Anyway, Joe Coffey celebrating victory at the start of this week's Loaded. And what a historic night it could be. Coffey was unsuccessful challenging Big Damo for the championship last week. Will Aaron Stevens succeed where Coffey failed a week ago? In any case though, Coffey has avenged that defeat by beating Primate here.
I just want to quick word with you. Obviously, Primate has been a thorn in your side here, and you said you could have settled that in this all-out war tonight. But I think speak for everyone here and everyone watching at home. What's next with Joe Coffey and WCPW? First of all, I hope they're coming back here to the O2 Academy in Newcastle. We showed Primate how to show no mercy.
Coffey is just completely exhausted, but he won't mind. A huge victory.
You asked what is next? What's next for the Iron Man Joe Coffey? Right here in WCPW. Well, you know, I've been asking for Chi, I've been asking for Jobber, I've been asking you, even asked that little whole bag, Susie, what's happening? Well,
I'm a fan.
I believe that my destiny has already been decided.
What does he mean?
Soon enough, see, I keep doing that. I keep doing that. No, it's funny, he's this sort of lion, but there is this guy, former weight superstar in TNA called Moose. And I want him, and I want to beat him, because I want to prove that I am the best wrestler in this company, right here in Newcastle. Thank you.
That's huge. Coffey challenging Moose to a match here in WCPW.
If you want to see me take Moose's head off, get your tickets. August 24th, it's going to happen. And I will show Moose no mercy!
Good name for a pay-per-view.
Joe Coffey challenging Moose after defeating Primate here on Loaded. Don't go anywhere. Nixon Newell and B. Priestley in the WCPW Women's Division. That's next as Loaded rolls on.
Were you one of the unlucky few who couldn't get tickets for July's WCPW tapings? Well, make sure you pick up tickets for August, as they're already extremely limited. On August 24th, we'll be presenting a special live pay-per-view quality show, WCPW Stacked, featuring Moose versus Joe Coffey, the debut of the Women's Championship, Will Ospreay versus Marty Scurll. The WCPW Championship will be on the line. There'll be Joe Hendry, Joseph Connors, Big Damo, El Ligero, Primate, Grado, Drew Galloway, EC3, and GM'd by Eric Bischoff. Not just that, but on the 25th, we'll also be holding Loaded tapings featuring the Kurt Angle Invitational, a pinfall and submission elimination rumble to decide who gets to face the Olympic hero in October. Grab your tickets for August at wc.pw while you still can. The 2 days are looking absolutely stacked.